what's up, everyone? My name's Lionel. I'm your host for LG Productions. You are watching I Watch You Watch. We are covering The Real Housewives of Miami. This is season 7. I think it's like episode 17. It is the finale, and thank God. I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Please like this video. You can also support by subscribing if you are new, and leave your comments below. I'm only going to spend maybe 10 minutes on this show, but let's get into this episode. Okay, unfortunately for me, I think I get a lot of fatigue after a while when the show has been on for so many episodes, where I'm like, get off of my screen. Just like with Married to Medicine, I was ready for it to go. Now I'm in the mood for Married to Medicine again. I was like, ugh. But I needed some months to decompress and, if you want to say, detox. But anyways, this finale, it wasn't it. And y'all can act like Adriana carried the show. No, she was just doing what she does best. We start off this episode with Marisol and Alexia. Unfortunately, they booked Christmas parties on the same day. They did not reach out to each other to communicate in regards to that, and so some of the ladies had to film with Alexia, and some of the ladies came over to Marisol's. I know that Gertie and Larsa, Stephanie, maybe, I think Lisa went over to Alexia's, but whatever. It was nice. Gertie was being a little bit rude, in my opinion. They had a chance to like buy things, but yeah, it was a little rude there. So I don't know what was going on with her, but obviously time was money and they were wasting it for her, but whatever. Alexia did her thing. I saw Salmon and all that. We see Peter, which is her eldest boy. I think he's got to be in his 30s now, I think. But anyways, we're getting his feedback on how he feels about Todd. He don't really like it, but they kind of always bumped heads anyways. But now that you've disrespected his mom in such a way, Alexia did say that she had put her not spot, but her business on hold or whatever because she was going through too much. But you know, now she's back and better. All I'm gonna say this to you, Alexia: don't lose yourself over another ninja. I know he's not a ninja, but a ninja. Y'all sitting up here just, I guess he was buying this and that, and now we're finding out he got some money issues and stuff. Ma'am, don't forget who you are. You said that you were queen, or what did you call yourself? While she was trying to make herself be higher than a lot of other people. The star. Oh yeah, star. I'm the star. Don't do that again. Don't do that again. Don't. What's next? What happened? Anything? I guess we just really had events. Everybody wanted to cram all their events in at the end of the season. Julia is incorporating opera and foster care together. I don't know how that works, but she does her own thing. Julia can't sing. I thought it was a one-off because she was doing something for cancer for her wife who was battling that. That's what I thought. But she played a recording. She was off while the one that actually can sing was on key. I was like, okay. What are we doing? But whatever. She was upset that Adriana was not going to be able to come because she has a full band rehearsal for what she's going to be doing at Stephanie's Christmas party. Alexia says, you know, Adriana should have really been there. You know, that you shouldn't really do that to a friend. But remember, bros, you guys decided not to come to Julia's be the godfather of my children thing. So quit acting like you're really. Y'all be sounding so dumb on here because it's so hypocritical. But it's just like you act like you didn't just say that, or your own actions haven't been in question. It's so weird. So she does her thing. We've seen Adriana practice and all that good stuff. It feels like I'm missing something, but is it really worth talking about? Probably not. Stephanie's Christmas party. Stephanie did her thing. What I can say is that she knows how to turn it up big. Stephanie is right in regards to how Christmas is down here. I've been in South Florida for 15 years now. Yeah, I haven't felt. I'm from the Midwest, so um, what they do down here, it just doesn't feel like the holidays. It may feel natural to people that actually have lived down here or was raised up here forever and never really got to experience the winter and all the festivities. And they do bring in fake snow so that you can get the feel of it, but it's just like it just don't hit, unfortunately. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer about that, but that's just how it is. It feels like I'm forgetting stuff, but it's kind of like a oh well type of situation. Kiki done brought her dad. Why? And then Stephanie says, obviously, who doesn't know Kiki at all, tells the dad, you've done a great job. No, he hasn't. Obviously, Kiki has not told her from a personal standpoint as to how her father is. Everybody shows up. Adriana was mad for some. Oh, they wanted to confront Adriana about why didn't you come to Julia's thing, da 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 da. She's already flipping the script, obviously trying to make, even though y'all gonna act like she was just doing the dang old thing, she obviously wanted to cause drama for the end of the finale. But I think Stephanie had already asked, like, how y'all, is everything gonna be okay between y'all two? She said, yeah, I don't want to really do anything. And guess what happens? 30 minutes later, she goes in on Julia. It's quite interesting how Adriana and Julia were able to squabble. Julia wasn't triggered. Julia didn't have any water, liquids of any kind to pour on Adriana at all. Although Adriana would take her, even tall and all. I mean, look what she did to Joanna back in season 2 or 3, whatever. Yeah. But Kiki and Adriana have another talk. Kiki apologizes. She was trying to make a joke or whatnot about her age, and it didn't land well. And Adriana, yeah, it's fine. But you did all that dramatics. Like, it don't make sense. Was it a big deal or not? It's all right. And I just want to let you know, I wasn't calling you racist. I just walked off when you were trying to do this whole thing. And then this heifer gonna say, from black girl to black girl, shut up, Adriana. Shut up. You know what I am sick of? Is that black people always got to take the high road. When they've been disrespected. And somehow, we got to protect white fragility. Am I saying it right? Yeah, I think I am. We got to protect it. And that doesn't just come in a white person. It's these folks that want to be connected to whiteness and that supremacy. And there are people of color that will do that. Even some black people. So I won't even leave them out. However, Kiki, apologize, yeah. And then she said, you look good for your age. Of course, Adriana took that as a backhanded compliment, yeah, like you were complimenting and digging at the same time. Whatever. Adriana, you're old and you look good for your age. You're not 22, and that's fine. There's a lot of 22-year-old bodies in the ground. Jody and them show up. Looks like everybody's having a good time. It looks like Lisa and Larsa aren't really speaking as of currently now. Not on the show. It looks like they were cool still, but whatever. Lisa was nervous about, Jody being around Larsa, Nothing really popped off. And Larsa said, it's the holidays, So I'm not into all that. Cool. I don't know how it went down. Yeah, I don't really want to spend too much time on Adriana and Julia, because that's just crazy. Now they're both jealous of each other's careers. Both of y'all can't sing. You got a few bops, Adriana, but you can't sing. You can't sing. She gets her concert together and acting like a diva, not coming out. She needs this needs to be dark, before she can come out. And Stephanie's like, you need to come out, you're about to ruin my party. So, Adriana Lauryn Hill finally makes her arrival. She sings I Feel the Rush, which is the theme song for the Miami people. That's her song that we hear in the opening credits. I love it. It's about, and then Fire. She sings, and then she sings this dumb song about I love my dog. What in the world? I have no clue why you did that, but whatever. It was later exposed by Marisol that she told Adriana how to fix this whole ratchet situation is to say that I meant to say wretched. Marisol, and then she said that you owe me for life. This is how you're going to get out of this whole situation. Marisol, you didn't help the situation. Any fool would know. But it's Kiki that's not really standing up for herself in the way that she really needs to. And they played in your face. Just like they played in Gertie's face this season. I don't know what this reunion is going to hold, but I don't know. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of backpedaling and pussy popping that's going to be happening. And dumb stuff. And then some of y'all going to say, ooh, they really making the show. No. No. We need to respect one another on these shows. You may not be friends with one another, close, got alliances or whatever, but we're just not going to just have this outright disrespect. Adriana really couldn't say nothing. She was gagged that Marisol let this out. And then she starts calling Marisol old and wrinkly. Then we do the final clothing screens or whatever's going on. I don't know everyone's. But Larsa moved into her place. It looks very beautiful. It looks very beautiful, so that's cool. She's dating a new basketball player and freezing her eggs, thinking that she's going to be married within a year. But wasn't she about to get married at the market? Larsa, one thing you're gonna do is find a man. I don't know what Marisol's doing. I don't remember. Stephanie was able to speak to one of her twin sisters. The other one has not. With Julia, Vika, who's Victoria, one of her other daughters, did officially meet the boys. Emma has not, as she's trying to pretend like there isn't more going on than you just adopting black children. Oh, and when I wish they would have just listed the agency of where these boys came from, or where these ladies work at, because I just feel like there's something fishy going on. But hey, whatever. Lisa has created an app with Jody. It's some type of AI thing to help women or people that are going through a divorce. So it's when your lick has run dry. Call us. Gertie is going through personal therapy still. She's not doing any more reconstructive surgery for now. And Kiki's still trying to work on a relationship with her dad. It's a work in progress. I don't know why. Leave that man alone. He don't deserve you. Who else is on the show? Did they have anything about Adriana? I don't know, but whatever. That's all I got for y'all. I'm not entertaining because I'm done with this season. And Adriana, you're trash. Your ex-friend, Julia, is trash. And a lot more others on here are trash. Because y'all sitting up here just really not saying too much about all this disrespect of being problematic. And that's where I'll leave it at. I'm gonna see what this reunion holds. To me, I don't think it's gonna be that entertaining as people think it is. All we see is Adriana, as she does every reunion, getting loud, flaring up. That's what she does, and has a problem. That's what she does. All I can say is that this season wasn't the best. And I brag on y'all too much for y'all to be doing this. I don't know if the break that y'all had just messed things up, because y'all know what to do. So it's just crazy that y'all couldn't really do it. But whatever, y'all can tell me your thoughts on this season. Yes, I'm negative Nancy. I don't care, because I'm not. Bravo ain't gonna keep doing this to me as someone who is trying to support their shows. That's not entertainment to me. That's not entertainment, and that's how I feel about it. Y'all can feel how you want to feel about it. But yeah, let me know in the comments. Like, comment, share. Thank you for stopping by, and until the next one, peace.